Say, when do you think Instructor June will hold his open lecture? I dunno. I heard he has been giving the hero class some special training lately. Are those the seniors from the hero class? Why have they suddenly become so motivated lately? It seems like Instructor Jum's classes are really good. Our seniors can't wait to get to their class. Brothers, if we don't run faster, we'll definitely be hung on the Heavenly Mandate Academy's pillars of shame. Great enthusiasm. You've all learned how to come to class before it starts. June Changshao, although I have to admit that our bodies have been further tempered in the past 2 days, what kind of teacher hits their students the moment they meet? You haven't even taught us a single technique yet. I remember telling you on the first day we met. Refer to me as Instructor June. You need to be professional when you're at work. Worthy of being the geniuses among geniuses. You were actually able to react and protect yourself with magic equipment so quickly. Humph, my Chu family is still a prominent family of the Heavenly Mandate City. If it's just a piece of defensive magic equipment, we can still afford to take out a few more. My grandpa told me that body tempering is the secondary Dao. The true Dao is to cultivate and learn martial techniques. Chu Xionan, was it? Your worldview is too narrow. The reason why my Iron Bone Sect disciples can always jump realms to beat others is because of their unbreakable bodies. Unfortunately, Iron Man Shao is not here to slap your face for me, but no worries. Behold the strongest chef of my Iron Bone Sect, she, who captures disciples with her food, Dudu, is here. Do you dare to test what you said just now against her? If you win, I'll exempt you from all my classes in the future. This little brat? Are you sure? Based on her aura, she's just a middle-stage martial master. I'll have you know, I've already broken through to the Grand Master realm. She can't even dodge. I haven't fallen low enough to bully a child. Big brother. You're so weak that I didn't bother dodging. Have you perhaps not eaten? Dida can help make you some food. Fine, then I'll see for myself what your Iron Bone Sect's body tempering can do. You better not cry later. Nice trash talk, almost as good as me. Brother Chu, even a lion will use its full strength when catching a rabbit. You must not be careless. Although Jun Changshao acts whimsically and doesn't teach properly, I don't believe that he would be careless enough to hand over a win. I'm not afraid of the girl, but Jun Changshao might play some tricks. Or maybe I'm overthinking it, and he's just plain stupid. Here, Didu, drink some water so you don't choke. We're about to fight, and you still have the mood to eat a rice ball? Don't worry, little sister, I won't make you lose too badly. The Prevent Jun Changshao from Cheating Supervision Team. Burp. I've had enough of you. Dudu, be careful. Don't be too rough on him. Who am I? Where am I? My grandpa never told me that a martial master who's undergone body tempering would be this strong. Ascending cloud steps. Chao Yuan shield. Ouch. I think you made him cry. Well, since you've already been hit, let's keep the momentum going. Listen to his cries of joy. You're a demon. And where do you think you're going? I haven't dismissed the class yet. Well done, Didu, we must thank your rice ball too. It's the weekend tomorrow. We'll go pay the Ouyang family a visit, and do some in-depth home visiting. Ouyang residence. Everyone, we are about to face the Ouyang family's greatest trial. That bad child somehow managed to hug the thighs of the Iron Bone Sect leader Jun Changshao. He is an extremely petty person. We also received news that he became an instructor at the Heavenly Mandate Academy a few days ago. With his personality, Jun Changshao will definitely bring that bad child to cause trouble. Although he is a burr, his strength is indeed extraordinary. So I will have to rely on all of you respected guests to teach him a lesson. Patriarch Ouyang, you're being too polite. We will definitely not let this little thief go. After all, we still need to rely on the Ouyang family's magical dishes to cultivate. You're all high-stage martial kings. I've prepared some food that can give everyone a temporary strength buff. After this, the Ouyang family will definitely thank you. With our strength, Jun Changshao will definitely not come alone. What I am worried about is him bewitching the people from the academy to come over with him. If he stays at the academy for a few years and manages to attract more talents to his side, it will be troublesome. Is there anyone from the Ouyang family still alive? I, Jun Changshao, have come to trash your place. Courting death, I'll go test him out. Old master, why don't we ask our honored guests to go easy on him? After all, he is only here to seek justice for Dudu. What's more, young Master Zun is almost home, if he sees this farce. Quiet, if it wasn't for him marrying that kind of woman, do you think that little bastard who stained the Ouyang family's reputation would have been born? I don't want to hear anything more out of you. Go bring out all the food that can increase combat power. Kid, if you're smart, go kneel down and beg for forgiveness from the Ouyang family patriarch right now. This lord is a high-stage martial king. After eating this squid, I will only be a small step away from a martial emperor. For the sake of the heavenly mandate city's reputation, I can only use this wooden sword. But I don't know if this stick I randomly picked up is sturdy enough. Impudent. Bullet kick. One sword to break all. Soul break. Ah, real wood is indeed better, at least he can pass on peacefully. This kid is stronger than we thought. Everyone eat. Take him down together. Grilled squid, roasted potato skewer, smelly tofu, barbecue sausage. The Ouyang family does not have much creativity. All of the food items are from tourist spots, nothing unique at all. Come. 10,000 sword return. This kid has achieved great success in his sword technique. Every sword can kill an enemy with no chance of defending. No, there are so many of us. I don't believe he can keep controlling all 10 swords for that long. 10? It's indeed a little hard to use one sword break all multiple times at the same time. But I think you're misunderstanding something. Have you ever thought about why? I called it the 10,000 sword return. Is that? Are those all? Now, within 3 incense sticks of time. Roughly 45 minutes. Everyone who has ever bullied Dudu will have to come out obediently for this seat. If you dare to hide, the Ouyang family residence will have no reason to continue existing. All of you, stand still for me. Do you not even know how to take short steps? You're all already so old. Have you never been through military training? Ready, go. We welcome young Lady Dudu's presence at the Ouyang family. Sect leader? Dudu, it won't be convenient for me to handle the following matters. You will have to resolve them by yourself. Because the ones who bullied you are mostly the concubines and children, but if any of those inhumane, shameless old men who lack even a shred of dignity, and only know how to bully those weaker than them dare to step out to stop you. I am referring to you, patriarch of the Ouyang family. My sword can't wait to taste blood. Grandpa Ling, it's been a while. I hope you're still in good health. Thank you for always taking care of me. Young Lady Dudu must have suffered outside. This old servant is ashamed. You have grown taller, young lady, I hope. You can spare the Ouyang family some face this time. This old servant must be the reason why Dudu was able to remain pure and innocent despite all the suffering. Quiet, my Ouyang family has not fallen to the level of asking. Ouyang family patriarch, you better watch your words. Words can hurt more than June's cold frost. I don't think you want me to cut off any dirty words straight out of your mouth now, do you? I only want to ask one thing. I've never hurt or harmed any of you. And my father, Ouyang Zun, also holds a position of power in the family. Was my mother being a commoner really enough of a reason for you to hurt me? To the point where you tried to kill me by starving and leaving me in the cold when my father was not home? It's because you never should have appeared in the Ouyang family. We are the noble Ouyang family. All of our parents are from large households of similar statuses. We are the arrogant children of heaven. But you were suddenly brought home one day by young Master Zun. He said that you were his child with a commoner woman who had died of illness. Young Master Zun is the most outstanding person in the past 100 years of the Ouyang family history. He was destined to be the next family head. And yet a bastard like you became the eldest daughter of the future patriarch of our noble Ouyang family? And what's even more hateful is that you, a commoner, are actually better than us noble blood in both cooking and martial arts. Your existence is a stain on our noble blood. We became a laughing stock because of you. Who can even say you are not just a bastard between that commoner and another man? Noisy. What bastard? What commoner? All of that is just to cover up the reasons you don't want to admit. Dudu, do you know why there are only statues of gods and Buddhas and never those of demons? It is because humans have never seen the gods or Buddhas, so they need to validate their beliefs by knowing who they are worshipping. But on the other hand, demons. People have always known of their existence deep within the hearts of every human. The patriarch, for the sake of some so-called bloodline. The adults, for the sake of a bigger share of benefits. The children, out of jealousy and inferiority. Only through destroying you, belittling you, despising you? Can they nurture the demons in their heart? Don't cry anymore, Dudu, we will never let you suffer again in the future. As for you people, you will be sealed in ice for 7 days. A small punishment for your grave crimes. No, what do I do? Relax, they won't die. It's the perfect opportunity for them to calm their minds and think about what they've done. Big sis Qian. If human nature is as scary as you said, isn't this world very dangerous? You don't have to worry too much, because the evilest person in this world. The evilest person is currently standing by our side, protecting us. I don't believe you. How can a peaked martial king like you have so little? I'm really not hiding anything. You've even taken away my secret stash. Now that you mention it, I suddenly thought of something. Take off your shoes and let me have a look. My dears, are you done with your business? Let's head back to the academy. Sect leader June, fighting inside the Heavenly Mandate City, threatening others, and mugging people in broad daylight. I hope you can cooperate and follow us. Got it, I'll cooperate with you. I'm already used to this, just give me a moment. Keep this properly, Qian, these are the things I just harvested. Hand those over now, those are all evidence. You little thief, you're really evil. By the way, Ouyang family patriarch. I spent some time chatting with the dean of the academy 2 days ago and learned some things. Perhaps even your Ouyang family no longer has records of this. But when the founder of your Ouyang family arrived at Heavenly Mandate City, he was nothing but a small beggar. Your so-called noble bloodline never existed. Heavenly prison. Haha, I'm so awesome. I basically recovered all my strength after suffering those heavy injuries. Gentlemen, Jun Changshao is back. I'm temporarily back here again. I see that everyone's injuries have recovered. Then let's start round 2. Everyone, stand up. Greetings to Instructor Jun. I just went on a business trip to the Heavenly Prison for a few days, and you've become this polite? I'm still more used to your previous unruly behavior. Who doesn't know about Instructor Jun's performance at the Ouyang family? It has shocked half the city. That 10,000 sword return technique, moreover, you were a one-man army. Instructor Jun is so cool. It's just a small thing, it's not worth mentioning. I've only reached the first realm of 10,000 swords return. Instructor Jun, can you teach us those moves? Even if you want to put a price on it, my Chu family will definitely pay for it. But I am not interested in gaining any fame or fortune. These impressive techniques are all in our sect's forbidden manuals. More importantly, your physique doesn't even meet the minimum requirement for cultivating it. Also, the teaching tools at Heavenly Mandate Academy are a bit outdated. In our Iron Bone sect, we have muscle-shaping rooms and towers to practice daily for rigorous training. I can definitely help improve your physique significantly in just a few days with those, but unfortunately. Instructor Jun, I am willing to join the Iron Bone sect. Instructor Jun, can I apply for early graduation? Then I can leave with you directly. Oh my, you guys are making it seem like I'm trying to poach you from the Heavenly Mandate Academy. In these past few days, I've truly experienced Instructor Jun's strength. Moreover, our abilities have improved significantly in just a short time. I am sure that I can convince my family to agree to let me join the Iron Bone sect. Convince? Well, the Iron Bone sect doesn't have a good reputation now, so we indeed need to win over the parents of these students. It seems that we need to reveal some of the Iron Bone sect's trump cards to some extent. Otherwise, we won't be able to impress those cunning old foxes from the major families. By the way, Instructor Jun Little Dudu went through so much when she was young, but now she has grown so strong. Did she also go through that brutal body tempering process? Little red umbrella with white stem, oh, what a pity I can't have a taste of it. If even she can preserve through it, we can do it too. We can even double the training volume. How is that possible? Dudu is my little. She's the cutest mascot of our sect. Don't talk about the muscle-shaping room. If she's made to suffer even just a bit, the entire sect would rebel. She was raised with body-shaping elixirs. Gradual progress leads to a qualitative change after all. Then what about the female disciples of the Iron Bone sect? Do they undergo the body tempering process? Body-shaping elixir. Male disciples? Body tempering. You guys need to be more open-minded. Although the muscle-shaping rooms and the body-shaping elixirs can increase the strength of both muscles and bone, we can't have the girls getting beaten up every day and get bruised and swollen, right? We don't want to be beaten up every day and crawl back to our rooms either. I almost forgot to give you this. It's a transportation tool invented by Xiao Zuji. Use it when you're tired, it'll help you crawl faster. Instructor Jun, with all these torments, don't your disciples hold any resentment towards you? Of course there are some. That's why when they fight their enemies, they don't hold back at all. Then, see you in the next class. Remember to let your muscles tear for a while before taking the healing pills for even more remarkable body-strengthening effects. Brother Sect Leader, you're finally done with the class. What would you like to eat today? I made Dudu wait. I love everything you make. Speaking of which, Dudu, isn't the culinary competition about to begin? I got a secret weapon just a few days ago. Sichuan, Shandong, Guangdong, Huaiyang, Fujian, Zhejiang and Hunan. All these local specialties are in here. And everything in here is an absolutely exquisite and brand new dish. Whoa, let me see, so many delicious dishes. Brother Sect Leader, why are there a few missing pages at the end? That's the darkest chapter of the Chinese cuisine book. You're still too young, it's best for you to not look at it. Looking up at the starry sky, boiled isitis root with eggs, spicy fish scales, braised sea cucumbers. Let's make a deal then. Let's start with sushi meatballs this time, then we'll make Peking duck. Little girl. Dudu. I've come late. Grandpa, do you know Dudu? Are you Dudu's friend? I am Ouyang Zun, Dudu's incompetent father. Thank you, Sect Leader Jun, for taking care of Dudu these days. Ouyang Zun, the famous young noble from Yangzhou in the southwest. Elegant and extraordinary, his culinary skills are second to none. It looks like the passage of time has been particularly kind to you. After Dudu's mother passed away that year, I felt so disheartened. So much so that every time I see Dudu's smiling face, it reminds me of her mother and that unforgettable pain. So I chose to escape, constantly going on business trips, trying to work hard to numb myself but ended up neglecting Dudu's situation at home. It wasn't until Ling Lao told me that Dudu had run away from home that I realized how much of a bastard I had been towards her as a father. I can't afford to lose her like her mother again, so I've been searching everywhere for Dudu. I don't expect Dudu to accept me, Alpha Nu incompetent bastard, as her father. I only hope that Sect Leader Jun can give me a chance to take care of Dudu from afar and make up for the mistakes I've made all these years. Dudu, go find your sister Qian first. I have some things to talk about with this grandpa. Go quickly. Sect Leader. If it weren't for the Drizzle Hall telling me that you indeed knew very little about Dudu's situation, do you think that I'd have let you live just because you said those words? You lost your beloved wife, but Dudu lost both her father's and mother's love at the same time. Why did she have to go through all of that? They have become scars that she will need her entire life to heal. I can't forgive you even if I kill you. Whether you can stay or not is not up to me, it's Dudu's decision. What you can and need to do is stop being a f***ing escapist. The culinary competition in 3 days. I still need a cooking assistant. It has already been a few days, but the huge ice mountain at the Ouyang family hasn't melted yet. Yeah, this is already the 3rd day. The cold is chilling, yet it doesn't penetrate the bone. It can even persist for multiple days without dispersing. What an astonishing mastery over the ice element. A person who can do this is definitely a peak genius of the ice attribute. I didn't expect to find a once-in-a-thousand-years talent, especially when all we came here for was to watch a cooking competition. Such a genius must belong to our absolute Frost Palace. The Star Continent's God of Cooking Qualification Contest of the Southwest Yang Province has officially begun. The judges will evaluate each dish based on their presentation, smell and taste. They will choose the 10 best chefs to represent the Southwest Yang Province in the Star Continent's God of Cooking Contest. Take deep breaths, Dudu. There's no need to be nervous, just relax and do what you usually do. Humph, so what if your talent is better than mine? After leaving the Ouyang family, you have had no choice but to fumble in the dark by yourself. While I, Ouyang Li, have had countless master chefs of the Ouyang family teach me, I've always been studying the best dishes from the Ouyang family's rich repertoire. Moreover, I have countless precious ingredients that were collected by the Ouyang family. These are all prime cuts obtained from ferocious beasts, with each of them being at least of master rank. You are destined to lose to me this time. Dudu, I didn't know that the meat of a martial master-level ferocious beast was so precious. Everything I prepared has at least reached the Grandmaster rank. Do you think you can make do? So what if you have better ingredients? Only with good techniques can you bring out 100% of an ingredient's potential. With that clumsy knife technique that you've learned by yourself, I can beat you even if I use my chopping board to. Did it? I've already cut the ingredients up. Do you think these are usable? Zune. Young Master Zune? You're quite suave now that you've cleaned yourself up. I am Duda's sous chef, so I naturally need to make myself more presentable. Humph, you're just a mere sous chef. I am Duda's real secret weapon in today's contest. At least I've competed for the title of the god of cooking before. I believe I can still offer more assistance to Dudu. Stop bickering. I've already explained the recipe to you guys. Start preparing it. We will definitely complete our mission. Green peppers, de hong pao. The meat of a Grandmaster level beast is not something an ordinary fire can cook. Eldest miss, I think you should speak less, every time you say something. I've said it, so what? A pill as precious as the traveling fire pill is not something they can get their hands on. With this, I can use spirit fire for a short period of time. The food made using spirit fire is a few levels above food made using regular fire. Bow down before my cooking skills. Alright, the preparations have been completed. Start the fire. It's finally time. I was starting to feel restless while waiting. This heat, color and form. Isn't that one of the 10 god-level fires, the Linglong fire? I told you, you shouldn't have said so much. Stay calm, I still have my cooking skills, and my recipe is a secret formula passed down through the generations. I never thought I'd have the chance to savor a dish prepared by one of the legendary 10 god fires in my lifetime. Old Jinto, take a look at yourself, it's just a plate of food, why are you being so greedy? Where's your dignity as a formation array king? Dean, you should wipe the drool off your face before criticizing others. You better not steal other people's food later just because your cultivation level is higher. Done. Duda's control over the cooking process is simply exquisite, even I didn't have her level of skill when I was her age. Using the Linglong fire to cook is really extravagant. I was nearly emptied out. For this dish, I was able to cook to my heart's content thanks to you guys. Even though Ouyang Li is cooking the secret recipe of the Ouyang family, it's still lacking compared to the recipe that Sect leader June took out. I'm not worried about Ouyang Li. Rather, based on that kid's outfit, I'm a bit worried that there might be a flash grenade inside his food. I call this the deep ocean water. It uses the simplest but most delicate cooking methods to bring out the true essence of the ingredients. Sure, if you put it that way. But your dish looks a little unusual. For a moment, I wasn't sure if I was the one eating it, or it was the one eating me. Die, demon. You guys didn't even try it, you're all biased, I demand to see the city lord. Sect leader, he's the dangerous opponent you were talking about. Who knew this kid would be all appearance and no skill? Everyone, please try my Ouyang family's handiwork. The Ouyang family's legacy dish. Dragon stepping on snow. It combines the paw of a powerful ice attribute beast from the north with soup made of the dragonfish from the south. The soup is infused into the paw, retaining the succulence of the beast's meat while imbuing it with the delicate and fresh essence of the dragonfish. Impressive, this is truly a top-tier dish. Your cooking skills have already matched 80% of the Ouyang family patriarchs. I can even feel my spiritual power increase by quite a bit. Although the effect doesn't feel like it will last for more than an hour, it's still very impressive. Having this kind of skill at such a young age. Full points. We look forward to seeing your culinary prowess shine and bring glory to the Southwest Yang province on the stage of the God of Cooking competition. Haha, sorry, but it seems like I've already won first place. Iron-Bone Sextida presents her dish. What is this? Carp leaping over the dragon gate. Using the golden carp as the main ingredient, its flavor is enhanced by 10 different wild mountain herbs and mushrooms. Its flying posture was carved using knife techniques. It looks as if the fish is still alive. It also includes a soup made using a variety of the Iron-Bone Sect's secret formulas. The soup is evaporated to allow the flavors to seep into the fish. So what if it looks nice? Look at how dark the faces of all the judges have turned. Maybe your dish isn't even as good as that monster from a while ago, haha. What's that sound? Wood snapping? Girl, you're not simple. To think I could taste something like this in this world. What I am more impressed by is the fact that the bottleneck that has hindered this old man for countless years has loosened considerably. Good, good. Don't you dare fight for this with me. How is this possible? It's a good thing I have good foresight. I built a formation here in advance, otherwise this treasure would have been ruined by you old men. This carp leaping over the dragon gate will belong to me, Jin Dijuan. Old Jinto, you're cheating. Surnamed Jin, do you think your formations can stop me? Don't even think about eating it all for yourself. A bunch of country bumpkins that haven't seen the world. Didu, the effectiveness of your dish is a little better than expected. We can assume that you've won the championship. The most she can get is full points. I also got full points, so at most, she is on the same level as me. And who are you again? That's not correct. Ouyang Li, you got 100 points because you have the ability. Duda got 100 points because we can only give 100 points. So I hereby announce the Southwest Yang Province Cooking Competition Champion to be Iron Bone Sect Dudu. Worth of being a AAA sect, even their chef is a dragon amongst men. AAA? If I remember correctly, even the Taishian Saint Land is only A, right? Then wouldn't that mean? In the entire history of the Southwest Yang Province, the Iron Bone Sect is the first and only AAA sect? 3 days ago. Sect Leader Jun, are you saying you want to announce the Iron Bone Sect's top 3 hidden talents? This could put the Iron Bone Sect, and even the entire Southwest Yangzhou, on the edge of a storm. I've thought it through carefully, and even when we conceal our strength, the swarm of enemies doesn't seem to diminish. Then we might as well lay our cards on the table, stop pretending, and confront the storm head-on. Only then can we truly live up to our Iron Bone Sect's unwavering spirit. Sect Leader Jun, you do have quite the youthful enthusiasm. In truth, I had some concerns as well, because the emergence of a top 3 hidden talent sect in Southwest Yangzhou is likely to make some people uneasy. However, Sect Leader Jun makes a valid point. I, Tianxing, will join you in this madness, for it's better than constantly looking over our shoulders. Why not go all out and make a big scene? In the remote Southwest Yangzhou, a sect has emerged that's being evaluated as top 3. For over 1,000 years since the establishment of the Sect Accreditation Hall, the highest rating any sect in Southwest Yangzhou has received is only top 1. I believe you all understand what this signifies. This not only represents the limitless potential of our Iron Bone Sect but also signifies limitless crises and challenges. After all, there's nothing more reputation-boosting than crushing a top 3 sect that has yet to fully develop. In such a situation, do you still want to join our Iron Bone Sect? To join a sect with boundless potential and grow alongside the Iron Bone Sect, that's what we aim for. This is an opportunity that we couldn't have encountered even after graduation. We all want to join the Iron Bone Sect. Wow, with this batch from the Heavenly Mandate Academy I can recruit thousands of new members, and that means we'll be able to level up in no time. Sect Leader Jun, you're not being fair about this. You've practically captured most of the higher-level students from my Heavenly Mandate Academy. Dean Situ, regarding this matter, it's my responsibility, so please decide on the way. These students are carefully recruited and nurtured by me. They are my beloved. We need to add a prize. 1 meal, for dishes and 1 soup. 3 meals, Chef Dudu is in the kitchen, with added exquisite cooking. Deal. Teacher Jun, we're entrusting these little troublemakers to you. In the future, you can also help bring honor to our Heavenly Mandate Academy. Absolutely, I'll make sure each of them becomes a true expert, a top-notch expert. Let's go, have a drink. Are 3 meals really worth it for all of us? During this time, thanks to all of you for your care and support. This feast is personally prepared by Chef Dudu. Everyone, let's dig in. I'll make a toast to all of you as a token of my appreciation. Let's not play these empty words. Moreover, returning your toast would delay my enjoyment of this delicious food. Dudu's culinary skills are truly remarkable. I've lived for 100 years, and I've never tasted such exquisite cuisine before. I can only dedicate myself to the Iron Bone Sect. Jin Lao, why are you saying this? After all, our Iron Bone Sect has just been rated as top 3. Top 3 doesn't necessarily mean true strength. Potential doesn't represent actual power. In my opinion, the Iron Bone Sect is still just a fledgling group. The disciples' training is also quite basic, and the division of several halls is rather simplistic. Jin Lao, I respect you as a 9th rank array master, but the Iron Bone sect is not to be lightly insulted by just anyone. Now take back your earlier words, and I can still control myself from taking action. Take action? With my array skills, I have enough time, even against that old man Situ. I can trap him for several hours. The Iron Bone sect currently only has so-called martial cultivation, sword cultivation, and medicine cultivation. In my view, such a sect has glaring weaknesses and vulnerabilities. Our Iron Bone sect is united from top to bottom. Where are the vulnerabilities? Just a band of scattered soldiers. To unify a sect, you need array masters to oversee the overall situation. So, Sect Leader June, have you considered recruiting me into the Iron Bone sect? My requirements are quite modest. All I need is to eat Dida's cooking every day. Join the Iron Bone sect? So, what were you saying just now? To promote, first suppress, a little negotiation technique that this old man has summarized over a lifetime. Do you now feel that not recruiting me would be against all reason? If you keep chatting like this, I'm really curious how you haven't been beaten to death. Am extremely resilient to beatings. Isn't this quality also a perfect match for your sect? Calm down, old Jin has always been like this. Sometimes, I can't help but want to smack him. Jin Lao, you're a 9th rank array master, on par with the martial emperor. Are you really willing to join us just for some food? It's still hard to believe. At several hundred years old, I've grown indifferent to many things, but when it comes to good food, I can't resist the temptation. Delicious meals 3 times a day are all I've ever wanted in my lifetime. Moreover, I can't sit idle by nature. Staying in the royal city is just too dull for me. The Iron Bone sect has just been pushed into the spotlight due to its top 3 hidden talents potential. What could be even more lively and thrilling than the Iron Bone sect in the coming days? It's an honor for our Iron Bone sect to attract Jin Lao to join us. Haha, you're too kind. By the way, does the Iron Bone sect have any elderly folks around my age? We could play some chess together and pass the time. The Iron Bone sect, including me, is mostly made up of young people in their teens and 20s. The only one who might be able to play with you is Wei Lao, who cultivates medicinal herbs in our medicinal garden. Cultivating herbs, with the surname Wei. Is this person Wei Qingfeng? Oh, that's right, you two know each other? Just an old friend. Sorry, Jin Dijuan. The one I like is Wei Qingfeng of the medicine garden. No, not you two. As soon as I hear Wei Qingfeng's name, I remember those aggravating events from the past. I even got completely drunk. Eh? Where am I? Elder Jin, are you awake? We couldn't get you to wake up, so I could only haul you with us. After all, now that the Iron Bone sect ranks first in potential in the Southwest Young Province, we're bound to have trouble. Only with a formation king like you holding down the fort can the sect be more secure, so we decided to set off overnight. I see, I also want to see my old friend earlier, right? I didn't say anything when I was drunk, right? There's no need to overthink it, you just talked a bit about your past, that's all. It's nothing serious. What's so good about that Wei guy? My Miss Zhao's sister Qian, cousin Sungu, teacher Li. Elder Wei sure is amazing. This is called one man conquering 100 families. Liener, are you really not going to join the Iron Bone sect? After all, the Iron Bone sect's ability to cultivate disciples is well known. The opportunity to join the Iron Bone sect is hard to come by. But the Heavenly Mandate City also needs me. And with your condition, I can't leave you alone. It's just an old injury. There's no need to worry. I won't be dying anytime soon. Reporting to City Master Mu, as you expected, the moment the news of Iron Bone sect getting in AAA evaluation was released, the hidden forces placed in the city by the Lingdon capital began moving. West Yun Province, Lingdon capital, that surnamed Yun really doesn't want to see me gain any benefits. As soon as the Iron Bone sect becomes a first-rate, or even second-rate sect, our status with the West Yun Province will completely change. They might just directly attack the Iron Bone sect. Go find out what they plan to do. Once we have the report, Honglian, you will bring it to Sect Leader June. We need to let him prepare in advance. Okay. It could also be considered creating karma with the Iron Bone sect. After all, I announced back then that I would find a sword and martial dual king to be your suitor. If you keep acting like that, I'll ignore you. Ha, cough, cough. 10 years. I wonder if I can still hold on till the day I can clear the humiliation back then. Or maybe that burden will be placed on Sect Leader June and the Iron Bones Sect. Have I been too low-key recently? Here haven't been any big missions lately, and I haven't gotten any good rewards because of that. That's no good for the growth of the sect. Don't worry, host. As long as you keep trying to die, the sect's continuing growth won't be a dream. Just now, the system released 3 new mission directions. But because the conditions have not yet been met, you can only see their descriptions. Mission 1, the 3-year deadline is coming. Lovers shall meet again in the Lily Saint Land. This description. If I didn't know better, I would think I was bringing Zwiji to steal a wife. Mission 2, news of a AAA sect. Resist LinkedIn Capital's provocation. This description. Isn't LinkedIn City the capital city of the West Yun province next door? What does it have to do with me being a AAA sect? Mission 3, the covet of the Absolute Frost Palace. The Absolute Frost Palace? What the onion? When did I offend them? Absolute Frost? The ice attribute? Then wouldn't that mean the 3rd mission is hinting at Chien? Host, there's something I really shouldn't say. But I hope no matter what. Please do not let Chien go. No matter what. What has gotten into you, system? Why would I leave her behind? Back then. If only I could. I would have. Did I hit the sound button? Why is your voice getting softer? What are you talking about? Nothing, but please do not underestimate the mission of the Absolute Frost Palace. Acting so mysterious. By the way, once all the disciples join the Iron Bones sect, we should be able to upgrade the sect again, right? Look forward to it, host. After this time's upgrade, I will also enter version 2. Version 2? Don't tell me even you will be able to turn into a human. It's a little boring to look at the interface all day. I'm not picky. Whether you turn into a lowly, a school beauty, or a mature sister, I wouldn't mind at all. The system is the system. There are no such tricks. You should just focus on causing trouble and triggering more missions. Additionally, if this lord turns into a human, you will definitely be scared to death. Sect leader, we found information about your imposter. It's just that there is good news and bad news. The bad news is that under the guise of recruiting disciples, the imposter has scammed a huge sum of application fees. He dares to destroy my reputation? And what's the good news? The good news is that because of the temperament of the imposter, your public image has taken a huge leap. From arrogant, petty, protecting your shortcomings, and obscene, you're now known as elegant, gentle, warm, and friendly. What do you mean obscene? This lord has always been a gentleman. How could I lose to an imposter? Who has been slandering this lord? List them all in my notebook. Sect leader, how about you learn how to treat other people from the imposter instead? Learn from him? Learn to fart. The Iron Bones sect is not bad, it's not as shabby as I thought. I heard that despite having ordinary talent, all the Iron Bones sect disciples have extraordinary combat strength and are above the martial master realm. Just mere martial masters? The few thousand of us are all top talents of the Heavenly Mandate City. Release your auras, everyone, let's show our seniors the majesty of the Heavenly Mandate Academy. This attitude sure brings me back to when the newbies started working in the office. Those kids also had this air of arrogance. But then again, I was just like them when I got my high-grade spirit root. Now the problem is, how severe of a beating should I let them endure before I step in? Our seniors are a little lazy. We've been releasing our auras yet no one is here to stop us. Are they all this timid? Hey! What is everyone's problem with the door? You're making my job harder than it needs to be. If you have something to say it properly. If you don't have anything to say, scram back to where you came from. If you dare bust the door open one more time, I'll have to teach you some manners in place of your ancestors. This kid's even more arrogant than us. A martial disciple? The Iron Bones sect has someone with such low cultivation? No wonder he's just a gatekeeper. Kid, you should go call your senior brothers and sisters over. You're not worth us taking action. I'll have you know, I am a martial Grand Master. Do you know who a martial Grand Master is? They're people who can open their own sect. Ouch. Martial Grand Master? I can beat you in one punch, since the lot of you have no manners. I'll have to help you learn some. Woody sure doesn't hold back, but You can't only care about the main door, you're breaking everything else besides the door. This feeling? System analysis. This kid is a stage 5 martial grandmaster. He isn't cultivating at the rate of a sports car, he's cultivating at the rate of a rocket ship. But his aura is clearly that of a martial disciple. How? He must have a cultivation concealment technique. That's a precious treasure that helps you act like a pig to eat the tiger. Host, why don't you make him surrender? I mean, contribute it to the sect. Qin Yang, come clean up the new disciples sprawled on the floor and help them enlist into the sect. I have something to talk about with Woody. Woody, ah? The sect is now at a critical juncture in its survival. What kind of trouble did you cause again? Nothing big, just a little. Is that how you talk to your sect leader? What do you mean cause trouble? Do I look like someone who causes a lot of trouble to you? There's no need to talk about your image, just tell me why you're looking for me. The sect is now surrounded by enemies, so you should also do your part. I accepted you as a closed-door disciple and raised. Come back, I won't mention the matter of being a closed-door disciple anymore, okay? You should also know that this sect is the 7 Mystic Saints sect in the lower realm. Our extraordinariness has attracted attention and jealousy from other sects on the Star Continent. This current situation is a violation of the first rule that the 7 Mystic Saint left behind. Low-key perverse development. It's indeed part of the teachings of the 7 Mystic Saint. My concealment technique is also used to stay low-key and avoid attracting attention. Those who have yet to achieve godhood can't detect my cultivation, nor can they detect my over-god grade spirit root. So, Woody, give me your cultivation concealment technique. All of our disciples are currently like fireflies in the night. Thankfully your technique can help us keep a low profile. But you were actually able to reach the 5th stage of the Grandmaster realm so quickly. You're indeed worthy of being someone with an over-god grade spirit root. How do you know so much? What should not be said cannot be said, 7 Mystic Saint. This technique sure is mystical. I've only circulated it once and my aura has been suppressed to the Grandmaster realm. What's more, it doesn't circulate through the 12 main meridians but passes through the 8 mystic meridians instead. This is completely different from the rest of the martial techniques on the Star Continent. Also, it's impossible for an over-god spirit root to appear with the density of the spiritual chi in the Star Continent. This closed-door disciple of yours should be someone from the upper realm. I was seen through, yet here I was stupidly thinking that I had perfectly hidden myself. Our disciples have all kinds of settings. There's nothing weird about having someone from the upper realm. Ding, disciple count has exceeded 10,000. The conditions to upgrade the sect have been met. The sect structures will now upgrade to level 7. The upper limit of disciples has directly increased by 10,000. That's a bit exaggerated. And then there's the new martial technique hall. The 9 universe sealing palm, the royal lightning sword technique, the demonic flame saint slash. Each technique name is more domineering than the last. The 9 universe sealing palm was created by Alphanum's expert, and has a total of 9 palm techniques. Mastering the first 3 palms will allow you to shake the mountains and move the rivers. Mastering the middle 3 palms will allow you to shatter the heavens and the earth. Mastering the last 3 palms will allow you to reverse the entire world. I want to learn this. This purchase condition. Host, you need to collect 999 palm techniques if you want to buy this. They must not repeat and the techniques from the system don't count. 999 techniques? Where am I going to find so many palm techniques? Why does this seem a little familiar? Isn't this the fragment collection mechanism found in mobile games? Don't tell me Tencent is expanding its business into another world? I need to collect 999 different palm techniques to purchase the 9 universe sealing palm, 199 sword techniques to redeem the royal lightning sword technique, 99 meditation techniques to exchange for. What is the difference between this and directly pulling all my hair out? There might not even be this many martial techniques in the entire Southwest Yang province. Host, didn't you help guide others to complete their techniques? You can also use those for the exchange. But all of those added together would still only be about 100 different types of techniques. Just a drop in the bucket. Right. Wasn't Elder Shangguan's granddaughter, Shangguan Xinyao, very good at creating martial techniques? Sect leader, did you call for me? Xian Yao, come quick, I have a favor to ask of you. I, the sect leader, currently need a lot of palm techniques. you like creating martial techniques, right? Do you still have them? Let's start with a few dozen. A few dozen? I haven't made that many. I only have 13 complete palm techniques. And most of them are just at the mortal grade. The power is somewhat lacking. Ed, you're still young, you're already a genius for being able to make so many techniques. It gets harder and harder to make techniques. When traveling 100 miles, reaching the 90th mile is only half the journey. Most of the techniques I have thought up are stuck in the middle, so I can't complete them at all. So you're saying you have over 100 palm techniques that haven't been finished yet? I can help you finish them. Over 100? There's no way. Right, even if you began creating techniques when you were 10 and made a new one every month, you wouldn't have that many. I was a little. There's no way there'd be so little. I have 2,537 of such unfinished works. Over 2,000? Don't tell me you make a new technique every single day. What a beast, how scary. I guess the pressure is now on me. Insight Talisman 2. Why do I feel like I am pulling all-nighters to cram my summer homework? Stay strong, host. Current progress is 556,999. I asked Xian Yao to also make some sword and meditation techniques. Together with the Insight Talisman, Xian Yao is my speed hack for the martial technique hall. I've finally suppressed my realm to that of a first-stage martial master. Junior brother Yi, you're still lacking. We've already reached the peak of the martial disciple realm. We're all inner disciples, it's fine to compete, but there's no need to put each other down. Senior brother your aura. It's only at the 12th meridian opening stage, it's nothing worth mentioning. Are the inner disciples cultivating to see who is the trashiest? Why is that guy in the 12th stage of meridian opening the proudest? Qin Yang, don't get ahead of yourself, it's because this lord's cultivation was originally too high, that's the only reason I am slower at suppressing it. At the same time, outside the Iron Bone Sect. Everyone, this is the Iron Bone Sect. I heard that the Iron Bone Sect recently took in a bunch of disciples. With their speed of improvement, the Iron Bone Sect has basically reached the standards of a rank 5 sect. Today, we will witness a AAA sect rank up to an official and proper sect? Old Zhao, you sure are lucky for a AAA sect to actually appear in Xinyang County you are in charge of. From now on, you will be considered a top-notch deacon at our certification hall. Heh, I am just basking in another's coattails. Excuse me, is sect leader June present? I'm here to conduct the 5th rank sect evaluation. Deacon Zhao, we've already sent someone to call the sect leader. These people are? I'll have to trouble you, these are the deacons from the other counties. They are here to take a look at a AAA sect. Luckily all the disciples are present. I can bring everyone to take a look around. Okay, Humph? Why did all of you become meridian opening and martial disciple stage cultivators? And the strongest one is a stage 1 martial master? Watch your words, what do you mean I am the strongest? Once I finish cultivating, I'll be even weaker than them. Old Zhao, what's wrong? Are the Iron Bone Sect disciples only at this level? Don't tell me they took or increasing pills every time you came here? There's going to be a good show to watch now. The sect leader is here. Right, sect leader June is a dual king, your cultivation is definitely. You don't even have the aura of a living person anymore? Sect leader, how did you end up like this in a single night? I completed and remedied hundreds of martial techniques last night, it's a miracle that I am alive. Sect leader, the people from the sect certification. I know, you said we needed to open up a new branch due to the influx of new disciples, right? Sect leader? Can you hear me? What are you doing? Don't worry, I'll flatten the ground so you can save money on the landscaping. Old Zhao, this Jun Chan Shao can't even converse properly. If you've been fooled by them and given them the AAA evaluation by mistake, you will have to shoulder the blame. 9 Universe Sealing Palm. Descend. The immovable Akalanatha seal. Construction budget estimate. Alright, done, don't wake me. If nothing is this move sect leader's new invention? It must be, it's just that the power is too shocking. He flattened half of the sect with just one move. Although the way you show off your strength is a little special. You can all see now that the sect leader's strength hasn't degraded. I didn't make a mistake. Sect leader June, about the cultivation levels of your disciples. The sect leader is in a bit of an unusual situation right now. Unrelated people are not allowed to get close. Ah? Then we'll stay away for now. The Iron Bone sect is under a lot of pressure right now. The sect leader is simply too tired from overworking. So to prevent people with bad intentions from knowing about the condition of our sect leader, I'd like to invite everyone here to stay at our sect for a few days. We will respectfully send everyone off when the sect leader wakes up. That's understandable. After all, there have been rumors about the West Yun province. Impudent. You're trying to put us under house arrest? We're not as easy to talk to as old Zhao here. We are all deacons of the sect certification hall. You want to keep us here with just a few Meridian opening stage disciples? Kids, I'll show you how strong a martial grandmaster is. Oh, so you're only at the grandmaster realm. Remember to hold back, okay? Tianqi? Haha, if you had explained it like this earlier, we would have been willing to cooperate. Speaking of which, do you mind if I ask if we're only allowed to sit here like this? We're not some demonic sect. As long as you don't step beyond the sect's gates, we won't stop you. There is a small problem with that condition. Your sect gate was destroyed by your sect leader just now. Who said the gate was destroyed? With me, the closed-door disciple, present? As long as I am here, the gate will be here. What a professional gatekeeper. Old Xiao, do you think you would have been able to protect yourself and the gate at the same time under the sect leader's attack? That'd probably not be possible. I am growing more and more interested in this closed-door disciple of ours. Everyone, please wait here for a bit. Based on our previous experiences, the sect leader should be awake in about 6 hours. No hurry. 3 days later. I slept too deep this time. I really shouldn't pull all-nighters to read cheats. You two brats stood around to protect me? How reliable. Humph? Who are these people? Little brother, is it time to eat again? At first, they were here to evaluate our sect. Now they are here to beg for food. Didn't you just have lunch? Look at what you're saying. How are 3 meals a day enough? You should at least have breakfast, brunch, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, supper, midnight snacks and guilty midnight snacks. Eh? Sect Leader Jun, you're already awake. No, I mean, you're finally awake? Deacon Zhao, you must be here to raise us to a rank 5 sect, right? That's right. I estimated that the number and strength of your disciples must have already reached the requirement, so I came here to take a look. But although your strength exceeds the requirements by a lot. But what happened to your disciples? Although they haven't lost their combat abilities, their cultivation has been steadily dropping these past 3 days. Just yesterday, I watched your strongest martial master realm disciple become a martial apprentice. It's a small matter. The disciples have just been practicing a technique that allows them to act as pigs to eat tigers. It's just that they seem to have practiced the technique a little too well. If I remember correctly, a rank 5 sect needs at least 10 martial grandmasters, right? Iron Bone sect disciples, hear my order. I want you to release the aura you've all been hiding. Sect leader, how much aura should we release? This much? Or this much? Or this much? I've already admitted that we are a AAA sect. So just release all your strength and go crazy for once. Come on. Children, let's show some spirit. Did I make a mistake? Why do I feel like all 10,000 people here are above the martial master realm? There are over 10 martial king level auras? Worthy of being the Iron Bone sect, if AAA wasn't the highest evaluation, you'd have even been able to get a AAA rating. The Iron Bone sect has passed the rank 5 sect evaluation, but there is a small problem. Now that you're a rank 5 sect, do you want to keep the Iron Bone sect name or? I've already thought about that problem. From now on, my Iron Bone sect will change its name to the strongest sect of all time. The earth shakes the lofty mountains. In the west, a scene of eternal beauty glows. Doors face the vast sea. 3 rivers converge in an eternal flow. Little Zun, long time no see. Who would want to see you? When we were young, we grew up in the same village. When I went out to study, we went to the same school. Even when I found my sect, I had to establish it with you. Now that I've finally found a place with good food, I have to be with EWU again. Do you know how much I've had to suffer because we're always together? All my years of youth ended up revolving around you, hundreds of years of being single. Do you know how much I've had to endure because of you? I can teach you how to woo women. Greetings, respected father. Little Zun, can you act your age for once? You know, I never expected you to join another sect. After all, the matter back then affected you the most. If it weren't for the sect being too extraordinary back then, our heaven-defying sect. Let's not dwell in the past. The Iron Bones sect right now is no worse than our sect back then. What's more, they're different in the sense that their strength comes from each and every disciple. Unlike back then where there were only a few of us holding down the fort. What's more, I saw a shadow of that person on sect leader June, the same spirit, the same protectiveness, the same domineering actions, and even the same stubbornness. What's more, they are both just as mysterious. The Iron Bone sect, no, the strongest sect of all time, will definitely go further than us. Sect leader? I never thought I would have the opportunity to call someone that again in this life. Right, in our previous sect leader's words, I'll have to pick up my old occupation and go wild with the young people one last time. By the way, do you know why I chose to seclude myself in Xinyang County? It was so chaotic back then. How would I know why you came to a 9th-rank county like this? Is there something special about this place? Because Yunhe is here. He even became the county lord of Xinyang County. Yunhe, that old drunkard, is here? Haha, then I'll have good food and good wine. The four of us wine, lust, greed, and anger are about to gather again? I never agreed to have the title of lust. Didn't the sect leader say back then that you can only choose one between lust and love? He also said that if you choose both they will just cancel each other out. This Iron Bone sect sure knows how to cause trouble for me. Truyang County, West Yun County. All the scouts they send are in the Martial King realm. But that kid surnamed June didn't seem like a troublemaker when he was a kid. But that guy did say that a spear must always be pointed towards the enemies. Before I go warn the Iron Bone sect to keep a lower profile, I'll go knock some sense into the Truyang County. Truyang County main office. I told you to go monitor June Changshao. And this is the kind of information you have for me? What do you mean June Changshao appeared in the Heavenly Mandate Academy and Xinyang County at the same time? Can he split himself in two? And all the recon teams we send out have been eliminated? Tell me, did they go monitor June Changshao? Why the hell did so many of them die? Got crushed by plants, got incinerated, got drowned in wine. And this one died from having all their spiritual chi sucked away? I've never even heard of anyone else dying like this. I want you to properly investigate the details. Yes. Chua Chaochuan. You sent your soldiers to attack my Xinyang County. You're acting as if I, the county lord, don't exist. Yunhe. I thought you were lying dead in some random corner after drinking too much. It seems like I didn't beat you hard enough back then. You actually dared to take action against my Xinyang County. County Lord, I'll help you get rid of this drunkard. Humph, I'm also a martial king. Don't try to pull these petty tricks on me. Whine. Gods. Lead. You're just a martial king, and you dare to cause trouble? As expected of County Lord Yun, your martial techniques are as unpredictable as always. It's hard to distinguish between the real and the illusionary. I still haven't fully recovered from the cannon blast. I can't use my full power. What's more, whenever this bastard takes a drink, his power increases by another level. Little Zhua, do you want a drink too? I can't drag this on any longer. Hidden guards, shadow guards, hall protectors, everyone attack. We must take him down no matter what. Order received. 10,000 poems. 1,000 flasks of wine. But how many times? Have you seen? There's an opening. He. A true prince? How is Yunhe even stronger than he was in my previous life? He was only one level above me in my previous life, but now that I am many times stronger, he is still a level above me? Is this another change brought about by that June Changshao? Young man, you don't have enough stamina. I haven't even drunk my fill yet you're already falling over. But I have to give it to Old Wei. This new medicinal wine he made using his sex herbs is indeed quite strong. I can't remember, back then, I was only focused on the fragrance of the wine so I didn't pay attention to what he said. Right, I think he said there's something I need to pay attention to. My life is over. I remember now, Old Wei said. This wine is very potent. Someone who can still fight, come over. End this old drunkard. Die. We'll just leave this guy here and monitor him from afar. Let's go hide in the city lord's residence for now. So you're saying the True Yang County's head office was flattened overnight? And all evidence points to Zhuo Chaochuan being seriously injured again? I heard from the servants of the city lord's residence that the head office was haunted. Weird sounds come out of that place all day, and occasionally a pillar of fire erupts as well. The villains in this world are all so unreliable. I haven't even done anything and they've already fallen over backwards by themselves. Well, this is a good thing. Now we can focus on dealing with the Lington capital. I still need to go through the top combat forces of our sect. For martial kings, there's Elder Jiang, the two Ning brothers, Jian Qian, Little Long Long. Sect leader, you better watch your pet properly. It drank all the wine I brewed. That was something I had specially prepared for an old friend. Where did such a young dragon learn bad habits like stealing meat and robbing wine? Don't be mad, Elder Wei. I'll properly scold him later. Host, Little Long Long doesn't seem drunk. It looks more like he has absorbed enough energy and entered hibernation. It directly broke through to the martial king realm the last time it hibernated to evolve. Doesn't that mean it'll become a martial emperor this time? Li Shangtian, I had little Xiaoma specially prepare a hibernation chamber. Quickly take Little Long Long there. The books say that if the quality of sleep is good, the hibernation period can be shortened. You must take good care of him. I promised to accomplish the mission. This is the hibernation chamber that you prepared. Of course, I've thought of all of Little Long Long's preferences. He likes to eat, be narcissistic, sleep in soft places, smell flowers. It is, without a doubt, the most perfect place for him to hibernate in. I can't say if it's perfect or not, but I feel like it's a little depressing.